Hey everybody out there, Creepy Kentuckian here. Haven't done a YouTube video in a long while. I think that we haven't had anything up in about 2 weeks. So a little bit bored here on a Sunday afternoon in July. A little bit too hot to go out and pass the football or baseball around like we usually do over here. But until the afternoon, I figured I would do a video or something, something to pass the time. And this is actually a reply to a video I did a few months ago. It was sort of like a how-to video because I used it a lot, those methods a lot in the how to collect DVDs quickly and cheaply. And mainly cheaply. I don't need to collect them quickly now because, I have 1,600 DVDs throughout my house. So, I don't buy a lot anymore. But when the occasional sale comes along, I do buy. I tend to buy too much. And there's a sale that a lot of people may know about. I don't know. I haven't heard a lot of people mention it on the YouTube collection videos. But a lot of people, if you don't have money right now, and I can understand it with the gas prices, and it seems like along with the gas prices, everything else goes up, of course. You may want to pick up some of these DVDs at a very cheap price, less than a gallon of gas a piece, say that. But first, get back to the collecting DVDs deal. Alright, now a lot of people don't adopt this philosophy, but as far as I go, we get a lot of the stuff to review. We have piles of stuff all around us that we need to review. So I don't go out of my way to purchase DVDs that much anymore anyway. But even before the show, before we were getting free titles from companies to review on the show, I would never, ever go to a store like FYE or even Walmart and buy the new releases. Okay, maybe I'm just cheap like that, but to me that's a waste of money going and buying a brand new DVD for 20 bucks. Simply because if you have a Blockbuster or a movie gallery around, I can guarantee you within a month's time you can get it for at least half that price. So I never understood that. If you want to see a movie that bad, rent it and save yourself some money, and you can buy it cheaper, a few weeks down the line. So I never really got that, why people do that. And then I see people on YouTube continuously complain about not having any money to buy new DVDs with. Well, the reason you don't have any money, folks, is because you're spending $20 a piece on a new DVD of some sort. Maybe it's not even a new movie. So here is a collection of 7 DVDs I got for around 22 bucks recently, and these are all, I would say, quality horror films, or at least fun horror films. And a lot of the stuff they had there wasn't even horror. I just picked horror because that's my favorite genre, of course, and I want to go back and get more. But for the amount of money you spend on one new DVD, let's say you wanted to go buy Be Kind Rewind, which is $20 pretty much everywhere you go, Walmart, something like that, you could get 7 of these movies, pretty much, including tax. So let's go through some of the stuff that I got recently, sort of a DVD update, but really want to deadducate people out there, is what we say on Deadpit.com, on the proper way to collect DVDs. And this is just my method, and I know some people out there, if you want a certain movie, I can understand, if you're dying for Diary of the Dead to come out. Now, I don't know why you'd be dying to see that, but I know that was probably the last big horror release that came out. I can understand you going and plopping down 20 bucks getting a movie, but more oftentimes than not, I see people on here just random blind buys, wasting 20 bucks. I roll my eyes at that, is all I'm going to say. So the Big Lots stuff, though, and people on message boards is where I learned about this, and myself and Uncle Bill for the past 3 or 4 weeks have been checking Big Lots at least 2 or 3 times a week to see if this new pile of MGM DVDs has found its way to our local Big Lots. So finally, we went there yesterday, and yes, we saw a gigantic display of $3 MGM DVDs. So I want to go through some of the ones that I got. Then after the video, I'm going to put up a list of all of the MGM titles that is now frequenting a lot of the big lots, and maybe you people don't even know about it. So we're going to tell you about it. Big lots, if you're watching this video, we need money, so we're giving you free advertising, you sons of bitches. So maybe we can get some sort of deal with big lots. That would make sense since we're in Eastern Kentucky. We're redneck hick fuckers. Before anybody, I know people say this on YouTube all the time. We're redneck son of bitches. Rednecks love big lots. We could be your new poster boys, big lots poster boys. So get rid of who was it, Terry Bradshaw, and get Deadpit Radio as your new poster boys for big lots. So let's go on to DVDs. Here's the stuff I got from big lots. And I haven't watched any of this stuff, but I think I've seen almost all of these movies except for maybe one or two. One was a recommendation from Uncle William. So here is Candyman, Farewell to the Flesh. This is the original sequel to Candyman. And this movie, I remember liking this movie actually more than the original Candyman movie. I haven't seen it since, I think I saw this in theaters in '95. I haven't seen it since. Looking forward to seeing it again. As you can see on the label, $3 for Candyman 2, Farewell to the Flesh. Interesting thing is, I'm thinking this one was a theatrical film. You know, this one was released theatrically, like I was saying, I saw it theatrically. Then there was another one that came out in 98 or 99 called Day of the Dead, Candyman Day of the Dead, or something like that. It has Donnie D'Erico from Baywatch in it, and I'm thinking they have this. They're rumored to have the sequel to this one as well, Part 3, but I didn't see it at my big lots. But that movie, I remember that movie being truly horrible. Here's another sequel that is one of the ones that's so bad it's good. It's Howling 2, Your Sister is a Werewolf. And this movie stars Christopher Lee. And the thing about Christopher Lee that I've seen in a lot of movies that I watch, aside from maybe you know, the Dracula movies and even some of the Dracula movies, but and Wicker Man, which I think is the best movie he ever did. Christopher Lee has he has 250 cameos throughout his career. It seems like he's not in the movie that long, but who is in the movie this long is Sybil Danning, and I'm thinking I remember she gets naked in this. She gets naked in a lot of stuff, but there's that one. And here's one that I'm thinking I haven't seen this, but this is the Carrie remake with Angela Bettis, and I'm a big fan of the Carrie franchise. I actually even like the Rage Carrie 2. That's one of my favorite little known sequels that, you know, you don't hear anybody really talk about it today. And I love the original Carrie movie. I think the original Carrie is probably one of my top 5 or 6 favorite horror films of all time. So I want to check this one out. I like Angela Bettis. She's a little weird, but hey, I'm a little creepy, so it all works out. Here's the one that Uncle Bill recommended to me, and I haven't seen this one, but it sounds right up my alley. You all know I love Evil Kid movies. So this is one with Jodie Foster and Martin Sheen. The Little Girl Who Lives Down the Lane. It's one of the longest titles I've ever seen, but I think Jodie Foster was like 13 or 14 when she made this, and there were a lot of problems she had on the set. So I'm anxious to see this one. I'll probably watch this one sometime next weekend, or whenever, if I get a chance this weekend. Little Girl Down the Lane. And again, all these movies are $3. Okay. And probably one of the big classics that I was surprised that was $3 is a movie that I didn't have on DVD, but I totally jumped on it. It was the first movie I grabbed when I saw it at Big Lots. It's David Cronenberg's Scanners. And this is probably, out of all the Cronenberg style horror films that he made, this is probably the most well known, or maybe the bigger. I don't know if it was a hit or anything, but it was definitely one of the ones that more people reference. I actually prefer Rabid over this. I think Rabid is my favorite Cronenberg movie. Of the horror movies that he's done, I think that the new stuff that he's doing is really good too. But haven't seen this movie in a long time. I'm looking forward to checking this one out at some point. Next one we have up is from director Jack Hill. It's Foxy Brown. Yeah, with Pam Grier. Actually, I don't think I've ever seen this movie uncut. I'm thinking that I saw this on like TBS or TNT back when I was 10 or 11 years old, and so I might as well say I've never seen it. I don't really remember it, so look forward to checking it out. And again, $3 thanks to Big Lots. Last one I got, and it's weird timing since we just had the Wes Craven retrospective, which is still up on Deadpit.com. Another movie that is not really a favorite of mine, but I want to see it again. I really like the sequel, and the TV show is pretty good. It's the original Wes Craven Swamp Thing. Oh yes, and Adrienne Barbeau in this. You know, I still think Adrienne Barbeau is really, really attractive. Let's just say that for a woman that's I'm thinking now she's in her 60s, and it's really amazing. I don't know if she's had any plastic surgery or corrective work done, whatnot, but she looks just as good today. I mean, for an older lady as she did then. So this is more of a comic book superhero, evil scientist type movie. Not one of my all-time favorite Wes Craven movies, but for $3, I'm not going to say no. I'm definitely going to get it. And that's just some of the stuff. And that's 7 titles. That's a total of 22 something from the great Big Lots store in Prestonsburg, Kentucky. And go to your local Big Lots, see if you can find some stuff. After this video, like I was saying, I'm going to post all of the MGM titles, and it's amazing list. Like I mentioned, the Rage 2, the Rage Carry 2, they have that one there. They have Bubba Hotep, just a ton of stuff. More stuff I want to get this coming week. Some of the midnight movie stuff that MGM come out with. Fall the House of Usher, and Bucket of Blood. Just all kinds of stuff. And so that's it for the update. I know I had a few people complaining about the last video. I mentioned a bunch of cheap titles I got at Big Lots or Walmart, and people replied and said they're not here at my Walmart or Big Lots or whatever it was, and this sucks, you know. Well, here you go. Go to your local Big Lots now. Today is July the 6th, 2008. Go there. Look for a huge MGM display with hundreds of titles, not just horror movies. Like I said, I'm going to post all of the movies that are known, the MGM master list, I guess you would say, after this video, so you all can look for it, enjoy it. That's it for the DVD stuff. Also wanted to promote our new CD, which is out on Deadpit.com. It's Deadpit Radio, the MySpace Sessions. If you like the radio show, you'll love this CD. This is uncut 22 hours of MySpace radio shows from 2006 to the end of last year in 2007. 22 hours, like I was saying. It's so much Deadpit, you'll seriously be sick to death of hearing our asses if you're not already. So check this CD out. It's only $15. And be sure to check us out. This next week on Deadpit Radio, we're bringing back a staple from Deadpit. From pretty much the first weeks or months of doing the show, we've been doing these horror roundtable episodes with fans, folks involved in the genre, along with us talking about the current state of horror. You know, who knows what the topics will be, but I'm thinking that's going to be this Friday on Deadpit. And be sure just to check us out. I'm the Creepy Kentuckian, and you can remember, go over to our website. It's at deadpit.com.
for Freddy? Are you ready for Freddy? Are you ready for Freddy? Are you ready for Freddy tonight?